All right, video number 2 of the day. I kind of got cut short last time on the first video, but it's probably half an hour long. I don't even know. Don't watch that kind of stuff. But anyway, it is 12/24/24, part 2. Deuce. Deuce, deuce. You got your deuce, deuce, man? All right, so my shopping is done. My running around is done. It is 9:30 a.m. I am done. All the people, like I said before, they're starting to roll out. I mean, all the people, they get up late. I'm like, Dogs woke me up at 4:30. I was gonna get up at like, I don't know, 5:30. Get ready, get out of the house about 6:30. Well, dogs wake me up at 4:40. I'm like, might as well get up. Take them out, I get in at 5, get ready, out the door around 6. And yeah, in the dark, gotta love it. 3.5 hours later, I'm almost home. Good to go, baby. It's a good day. Today is a good day. But what I was thinking about is this whole thing. Well, first of all, rewind the first video. I talked a little bit about how some people I've seen, even myself, feel like you're living in a matrix, like things aren't real. That it's like, what? At this point, what difference at this point does it make? I mean, you kind of feel that way sometimes because it's so useless and futile to pay off $36 trillion. Why do we even try? What are we thinking? It is a debt-based system. You can't pay it off. It doesn't work that way. But we'll take a little bit of Bitcoin and be able to do. And where's that money going to come from to inflate the price of Bitcoin? Oh, that's right. You're going to print it up with more debt attached and buy the Bitcoin to pump it. We're going to go full Michael Saylor. We'll see how that works out. I don't think that's the end game. I don't think it works that way. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm not going to gamble on that. If it works out, then my Social Security is good. I don't have to work. 10 years, I'm good, baby. All the promises been made whole because of Bitcoin. Good for Bitcoin. Saved Westwood from working the rest of his life. I'll figure out something to do. I can always talk, I guess, until I lose my voice. All right, but what I was thinking about, the surreality of the whole thing. Did you see the lady who was burned alive on the subway in New York? And now apparently ridership is down. People are afraid. Oh my gosh, I don't want to ride the subway. You know, this one incident. Well, there's incidents all the time, but this is pretty horrific. But it was on video. I watched the video, and it's a video of a seemingly person standing there, like hanging on by the doorway, and you're looking in the doorway and seeing this person on fire on the head and like the shoulder area. And then you still, at the beginning of the video, you kind of see movement. And then you see a police officer just kind of strolling by, you know, looking over, like waiting for backup. And I'm like, this just doesn't feel right to me. This doesn't seem right. I mean, and then it said a lady who was just sitting and minding her own business on the subway, if you read the story. And then, well, why is she standing then? Did she, like, all of a sudden stand up because, you know, she threw something on her and tried to incinerate her head? Well, I mean, you would think that she'd be in panic and rolling around. Why would she be, like, standing up and holding something almost like a mannequin? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I'm not jumping to conclusions. There's always a narrative behind anything, though, and you got to ask who benefits. What are the ramifications of this event? Well, ridership on the subway's down. Well, maybe that's on purpose because maybe the subway was going to get bombed, you know, in a tragic event. I don't know. You know, maybe it was a kind of a beneficial false flag. Maybe it was real, and it's so bizarre and beyond reality that it's hard to fathom that it is real based on circumstances. I'm trying to run it through my head thinking, okay, if your head's on fire, I'm not sure you're standing there like paralyzed almost and holding on to this railing of sorts. What is this? This guy is of that kind of thing. So I don't know. It's just bizarre. It's really strange. This thing needs to be fixed. Goodness gracious. So yeah, I don't know. Watch it, see what you think. I'm curious because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like the kind of behavior, the reaction that would happen if that were to happen. You know what I mean? And so again, I don't know what's real. I really don't know what's real. And of course, there was great footage of it. Well, who took the footage? Was this taken? And I didn't read enough into it. Maybe it was the guy who supposedly did it. He did it. And it was an illegal immigrant. You know, that's what it turns out. This person was caught and deported under Trump when he came back in under Biden. And it's almost like it fits too nicely. Now, I mean, if it's a real event, it's horrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what's real anymore. I will be 100% honest. I do not know what is real anymore. No idea. No clue. It's just crazy. So, I'm just curious what everybody else thinks, because I don't know. I just don't. And I don't want to get worked up over that stuff anymore. And I guess that's the thing. I don't want to say I've totally disconnected from the news cycle and the reality of it, or what's been fed to us. But I mean, think Christmas. Do your history on Christmas, all right? You really think it's exactly as we've been told, or is it, you know, kind of a convenient? Okay, the Santa Claus thing. All right, kids, leave the room. Santa Claus was invented by Coca-Cola. I mean, essentially. I mean, the whole red and white thing, you know, he's the mascot for the drink. I mean, the current form of Santa, I guess you could say. Reverse a few letters, Santa becomes Satan. Yes. And Disney's even done that in the movies. Accidentally, of course. So I think everything's inverted and it's turned on its head, and all they're doing is trying to use our energy to feed their idea of what reality is, their idea of worship, and they get us to unknowingly be complicit in those, and engage in a mass ritual that we don't even realize we're engaging in. Kind of like the whole thing, you know, I saw a lot of people wearing masks today. Kind of disturbing. Kind of like that thing, though. You know, it's like a mask ritual, to where everybody's walking around eyes wide shut style, you know, during the whole C-19 nonsense. So take it for what it is. Use discernment. Trust yourself. Just thought I'd share that and throw that out there, but something to chew on, something to think about. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas.